Okay, so we've got a nice subdivision that ends in an old beat up road, little road off of it, and then there's an abandoned church, which was at one point the Corinth Baptist Church. And it is all closed and just a little concrete block church. Boarded up windows. I presume they're just plain windows. The one that is cracked right there, doesn't even have glass in it. And then across the street is a cemetery. It's not a big cemetery. It's not a fancy cemetery, but let's go check it out because that's the purpose of these videos. Now, there's a couple of structures over here, so let's see what we got. I don't know what the heck that is. I think it's a well or a cistern. Apparently somebody has been camping in the cemetery right next to a couple of gravestones. I'm not sure what this is. I'm thinking it's a well. I mean, this is like fiberglass over, I don't know what the heck that is. I'm presuming it's a well. There's some sort of outdoor bathroom in the middle of a cemetery. These graves are fairly new, 2016 and 2002. $1984 there. There's an older grave back here. This is an unmarked grave, a couple of unmarked graves. You can just tell by the depressions in the ground. It's a little hard to see on the video, but if you're here live, you could definitely see it. What's this one back here? There's a grave marker with a tree down. So there's a couple of unmarked graves. This one, Sam Shavers, 1882 to 1961. And there are several unmarked graves in this line right here. Just depressions in the ground. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 6, maybe 7 unmarked graves here. Oh, back up here to the hilltop. See what we can see over here. Now, this has apparently been mowed fairly within the last several months. There are several unmarked graves along through here. Here's a broken stone that can't hardly read. Something good. John Moore. Here is probably a footstone. Doesn't look like a grave. There's a grave. Here's a grave. Harold Cook. Which is interesting that this one's turned this way, and then this one's turned that way, and then that one's turned to match the original. Now, normally these are set so that when you're looking at the name, you're looking at the grave. Here is a grave mound that may or may not be Miss Cook. 1985, I doubt that dates to 1985. Here's a concrete marker. Flowers. Apparently, mostly a Cook family cemetery because almost all the markers, which might actually, there's an unmarked grave there. Who knows? They might be relatives of mine. Eugene Reynolds, private, company 7, World War I vet. Thank you for your service, sir. Passed away in 1953. Then Sam Hutchins, Henry Beck, and that seems to be all of the marked graves here. You know, there's not a whole lot to this cemetery, but you know, when you're going and finding these kind of things, they're not always big and lots of interesting markers. You know, little small cemeteries like this can be fairly not too much to them. So thank you for watching this one, and we'll post it and see if anyone knows these folks or anything about this little abandoned church over here. Thank y'all for watching.